9, 5, 0.
Welcome to the 950 Lounge Show, hosted by Kevin KP Pryor, the LeBron James of the radio game, the amazing Steph Pearl, the extremely hilarious Rodeo, Mike the moderator, and of course, Backstage Ed. You are listening to the best team in radio. And now I present the 950 Lounge.
We're back on the ride, 950 Lounge, still joined by the best team in radio. Our girl, Dre, from the Dre Report, 950 Lounge, new program. You'll be seeing her soon. But we got a legend in the house. And I don't know how to do this, but ask her just to give a little 3 seconds. Don't give him too much. 3 seconds. Go.
Y'all know me from that. Put it in your mouth.
Don't say no more. You know the song. You know the lady. Ladies and gentlemen, the superstar artist herself, Miss Kia Jeffries. Welcome to the 950 Lounge Show.
We should have let you play the whole verse.
Queens get the money.
One more time.
Queens get the money. If y'all, for the people in the back. Yes.
But Kia, thank you so much for joining us today. It's an honor. I know this was kind of a last minute thing. Big shout out to my man, Anthony Cole, BCW.
Yeah, shout out Anthony Cole
for making this happen. And they said they just threw you in here and just said, okay, show up. Like, where am I going?
I know, but you know, it's so much going on. You got to get out here and promote as you can. You know what I'm saying?
It's appreciated.
Thank you.
I kind of want to start let's start from the origins. Obviously, again, you probably your voice is probably one of the most renowned in hip hop, R&B when you think about the music you've done. Talk about your musical origins and how you got started and really how you connected with Akinelli.
Okay, so we grew up in the same hood. I'm from Left Rack City, Queens.
Right.
The home of Nori, the home of Kenny Anderson, the home of Kenny Smith. We all, grew up in Left Rack City. There's a lot of us doing what we do.
Yeah.
I was already doing the hooks and stuff. I did the Fushnikins. I want to thank you. That's me on that. The Heavenly Father. I'm on the Shaheem first single. On and on. If y'all remember Shaheem, Rugged Child. Yeah, that's me. And, I had already done those things. I'd been singing backup for Shaka Khan back in those days. Working with Paul Simon, if you know him, Simon and Garfunkel, as a teenager. So, Akinelli, we grew up in Left Rack together, and he was already doing stuff, chilling at the barbecue and all that. And he came up with this idea of this, put it in your mouth. And, he played me the beat, and he told me he wanted me to sing that hook. And I was like, that's what?
Yeah.
Huh?
Are you serious?
This is like, this is 95. So I'm like, well, I don't know. I'm an R&B singer. What is that about? He said, well, let me tell you my verse. And he said his verse, and I was like, he's like, yeah, okay, but you're going to write your verse about, how you want your cat. Hey, and I said,
At least he gave you some leverage.
I said, word. But what he said was so disgusting.
Right.
I had to represent for the ladies, you know what I'm saying? To make sure that, you ain't going to act
some balance.
Me,
Yeah.
So,
you gave some diagrams of how you can do it.
He had to start it. Yeah, we had to get it like that. So, we did that, put it in your mouth. And this right now is our 30-year anniversary coming up in August. Thank you. And, we just did Cadillac Chronicles, and it's kind of going a little crazy because they had me in the back. They said I look like Oprah or some shit. And the angle was weird, so it looked like I had my legs cut off at the knees. So
it did look like that.
I know, and I'm the first one to say, and there was no one there to say, oh, girl, that looks crazy.
I like the Kia lose her.
We did it in Atlanta because, Akinelli owns King of Diamonds in Atlanta.
Yeah.
I don't know
Rightfully
if
so. That's the perfect
so
entrepreneur.
so they shoot down there and they shoot in L.A.
Right.
So we did ours in Atlanta and we had a good time.
So doing that song, right? And that song, obviously, it's you've done so much. But that song is one that people quickly identify.
Yes,
the hood anthem.
Do you look at that as obviously it's a positive because you're known for it, but you look at that maybe it's like, I'm more than just put in your mouth.
Obviously,
Yeah.
and definitely, and it's a good and bad,
Right.
because there's people that's like, oh my God, like, well, why would you do that song? And especially the beginning, that's me playing the piano with the "My Baby Left Me," and people thought it was gonna be a love song, and then we turned it into a whole ratchet ridiculousness. So shout out to us for doing something at the time that had not been done.
Yeah, you had a high note on that too.
Yeah, it was crazy. So we had fun, but I I don't regret it, but I regret that maybe we didn't have a video. We didn't have a video, so people never knew what I looked like.
Right.
You know.
Well,
So
you think they could have did a video in '95? I mean, because the
Luke
nature
wanted
of
to
the
do
song.
it. Luke wanted to do an X-rated.
Can you imagine the visuals on that
X-rated video?
on
But
that
I
video?
was young. I was, really, really young in the game, and I was an R&B singer in a group that was signed. I was actually signed to the group Forecast.
Yeah.
That was signed to RCA Records, and we were like, we wear dresses, and we're very, Tony Braxton, very, So, they didn't even want to associate with the song. I remember we opened up for Big Pun, and Jay-Z was opening up for Big Pun. So this is how big Pun was at the time, in like '97. And Pun was so excited. He came backstage. He said, "Oh, which one of y'all did to put it in your mouth?" And he was like, "Yo, that's the song. The hood loves that." He said, "You here? We were at Hampton University, and he said, we out here, and it's nothing but hood people out here because we were the only R&B thing on the bill." And he said, "So I want to get the DJ to play that a little bit, and then I'm gonna come out and I'm gonna endorse y'all so that they don't wild out on you." And the girls in the group was like, "No, we don't." And the people threw stuff at us. It was crazy.
Wow.
But we won them over.
Shame on you, Hampton. Shame on you.
But yeah, so it's been fun. But now, 30 years later, I am still outside. We're celebrating the anniversary. I actually manage an artist for the first time in a really long time. His name is Denham. Denhim. And the H is silent for Houston. He's from Houston, Texas.
A phenomenal R&B artist in his own right.
He's a wonderful singer. Yeah. He signed to Universal Gangster Rock Records, which is Orlando Jones' imprint, the actor, Orlando Jones.
Drumline Orlando Jones.
Yes, exactly. One band, one sound. And so we've met Orlando, and it's a good ride. He's young, 25, so I just remember being that hungry at 25. So I had to pray about it. But managing him, he's got a crazy story as well. But he's a wonderful talent, and I have music out. I just dropped a kind of, I guess, like a soulful record. You know how the Southern soul market is kind of going? But, we from New York, so we ain't Southern soul, but we soul, hip-hop soul.
You eat collard greens, so you good.
My roots, my family's from Memphis, Tennessee, so I got a lot of that in me. So if you, stream this song, Date Night, and it's date night with my baby. We gon' role play. It's whatever I say. Pull up on me, babe. I'ma have it my way.
And just for the record, guys, we do a morning recording. So she's still dropping it. She just rolled out of bed like, I can do it here.
It's still in the bedroom music.
Yes. You already know. I gotta be, it is what I am.
You know what? It would be disingenuous if we did not take. I understand this is the 30-year anniversary.
Okay.
I'm from Queens.
Say that.
Number one, first of all, I think Ak does not get the credit he deserves as an individual. Now, granted, one of your first impressions to people, speaking of Ak, is on Live at the Barbecue. You got Nas, Akinyele, Large Professor, right? Fatal. You know what I'm saying? Like, you had these dudes on there, so he doesn't get the just due that he's deserved. But this is not an Akinyele interview. This is a you interview.
Jeffries.
Coming from Queens, me coming out of the church, me being very technical, me being in and out of studios at a young age, doing recording, moving wires, hooking up mics. Your name has been a name from back then as a voice that people recognize.
Thank you.
In and among them circles.
Thank you.
So I would really want to give you your flowers as having been someone who is not some singer someone heard humming while she was trying to get, Arizona 20-ounce tall can, mucho mangoes out the bodega. This is someone that really does sing and masters that craft.
I appreciate it.
I was aware of the Paul Simon.
Okay.
I was aware of the Shaka Khans.
Okay.
But for those who are not,
Can you just dig for a few seconds, just dig a little bit deeper into your career, because you deserve those flowers.
So if you mentioned Large Professor, so that's me on the Bismarcky, R.I.P. on the Bizmarki to the E. It's the Bismarcky. That was me on that. You know what I'm saying? I did a lot of work with who's the Mr. Sinister and the DJs, the DJ crew. Mr. Sinister and the one that died, I can't remember the name. Execution, yeah, the Executioners.
Right.
I worked with them. I still got new music out with them. Me, Lou Chin Chin, Greg Nice, and one other guy. We did a song just a few years ago. I'm, it's early.
It'll come out.
It's early for
song
me
come out. I know
late.
it's early. I know.
I'm still outside. You know what I'm saying? I've been around. I've been singing on, I'm on Paul Simon's album, Rhythm of the Saints.
That's something.
You know, I'm singing on a couple of songs on there. So yeah, I've been had a wonderful, diverse career. I started out as a piano player. Classically trained. Shout out to Esther Bentley that, I used to get my lessons. And one day when we were supposed to do piano, she said, "Oh, you're going to sing today." So I give it to her. And because I love to sing, but I wasn't thinking about it like that. Yeah. And I came in and she was like, "Yeah, we're going to sing." And she took me through the la 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 la's. And I was like, okay, I kind of like this too.
You got a God-given talent. Yeah. I went and saw something, and it's something that has given millions of people joy. Well, that's all that.
I mean, but I'm also on that in the world. In the whole round world. That's me on that one also. So
you know. A lot of hooks for a lot of different people. You have any hooks with commercials? Like
we did we did Sony Color and Light and Sound with my group, Oscar. So I was signed. My first deal was with Sony with the group Oscar. So we were trying to be like the female Color Me Bad. So it was 2 black girls, a white girl, and a Japanese girl, and singing R&B. Yep. And we were signed to the characters, Charles Farrar and Troy Taylor. Yep. Y'all know Troy Taylor from my man, the singer, that blew up. But so we were signed to them. Yeah. That's where I first met Carl Thomas. He was signed in a group called The Formula back in the days. And they put Formula to the side and worked with us because the female groups were kind of the thing at the time with In Vogue and all of that. So when they met us, because the characters did 2 songs on the Boyz II Men first album. So they were like, that was like the shit, because that album just blew up. And we went and met them, and, they ended up pushing them to the side and working with us. And that was a good album. That was a good album called The Spotlight. Oscar was the name of the group, and we called the album Spotlight. And then I went on with the group Forecast, which was Harv Pierre. Kind of discovered us. If y'all know who Harv is, from Bad Boy Family. I used to write with Harv. I used to write for Bad Boy. I wrote on Sherry Dennis. I wrote on a few things. I'm singing on Notorious B.I.G. The Nasty Boy, You Nasty. I'm singing, I was the inspiration for that because they brought me in and they wanted me to sing Biggie the Nasty Boy. And I was like, that's kind of corny. Let's not do that. But they were trying different things. And, that put it in your mouth pushed me. A lot of people wanted to, like, who's that girl? And that voice is ill. And da-da-da. Right. Yeah. And, I had an attorney, Larry Rudolph. If y'all know the Jew boy Larry, he was like the best attorney. I miss him so much. He's out of the game, like managing Aerosmith or something now. So, so it's been a ride.
You done had a journey, and a tremendous journey. I'm going to take a quick break, and I want to come back because I want to talk about today. Okay. You still doing it. The story is not the writing is still going
on.
And how maybe today, and how you see today's music, because today's music is so different. Whereas in the past you had to be present, today you can just be behind one of these. And so I want to get your feeling on that and feeling on that. And we're going to get right back. You know the name, Kia Jeffries. You definitely know the music. And we get a little learn about her here. It's 9 Feet Lounge. Don't go nowhere. We're back on the ride, 9 Feet Lounge, still joined by the best team in radio and our special guest, the superstar herself, Miss Kia Jeffries.
Oh,
Big shout to Brittany J also for making this work. I don't want Brittany coming to my house with a negative mindset. She's always welcome, but I don't want to come in and beat me up. So let me make sure I mention Brittany J as well for making this happen, because this just happened with less than 24
talking about
hours.
Pretty J?
Pretty J.
Okay,
That's
yeah,
Pretty
okay,
J.
all right.
Well, I meant Pretty J.
Okay.
But I call her Brittany now. That's
Okay,
her nickname.
okay.
Pretty J, my
That's
bad.
my girl, Pretty J. She is the plug, y'all.
Yeah, yeah. I learned that really fast.
Everybody is her cousin. Everybody.
All black. We all.
Oh, no, she got Chinese cousins. She got Japanese cousins. She got West Indian cousins.
I'm learning now on the fly because, again, this happened less than 12 hours ago.
Yeah.
And like I said, again, I salute and appreciate the fact that we have you on this couch today.
No, I appreciate
it's a
you.
blessing. Now, obviously, you've been in this game a while, and from a standpoint of today's artists, right? Especially today's female artists, where I think music, just from somebody, I ain't no musical guy, but just somebody who's appreciative of the art form, music has now become more visual than audio. It's like the songs could be horrible, but if they look a certain way or the gyrations are visually appeasing, then the song is a hit. Your thoughts as an artist, as somebody who's done it with your voice, how do you kind of mesh today's artist and getting today's viewer to appreciate quality music that you put out and how you put things together? Because you're going to be who you are.
Yes.
But from a standpoint, how to ingratiate today's viewer, how is that done? And do these young girls ever reach out to you for support or for advice?
Yeah, I'm into all types of music, so I love it. If you created it, let me take a listen and see what's going on. If I can't understand it, that's an issue. So talking about the mumble and all of that stuff, I don't really get into it. But the female artists, these young ladies, they gravitate towards me when they hear to put it in your mouth. Oh, that's you? Oh my God. They cry. They hug me. I was wondering, at first I used to say, well, why are they crying? And I said, would you help me be okay with my sexuality? And I'm like, wow. Okay. And now you're naked. Yeah. Now you're naked. You got your ass out. That's not what it was about. You know? So it's a way, I love it though, because I listen to Sirius XM. You know, regular radio is kind of...
What is regular radio?
They don't play, you know, it always was like that, right? That they played a certain niche songs, right? And it's still kind of like that. But Sirius XM, I really appreciate them because you can kind of, you know, listen and the heat, they play new and old. They give you kind of what's going on now, like who's up next and stuff like that. So I kind of stay in tune with all the artists that's out, and I appreciate them so much. So that's my go-to stations that I listen to. Plus, I could get my old school stuff. You know, I was a roller skater, so I grew up with Glenn Jones and you know, rock, skate, roll, bounce, Shaka Khan, and all of that. You know, the dance music, disco music.
Is big on roller skating too.
And I grew up in Queens.
Queens, but you said Memphis. I know somebody.
Yeah, I was born in Memphis. That's where my roots are. Both my parents are from Memphis, Tennessee. Yeah. So, but as far as today's music, so I'm doing an event for the 30 years of hip hop, but this is going to be ongoing. Salsa con Fuego, if y'all know the club.
Oh, we know. Yeah.
So Salsa con Fuego, that used to be Sue's Rendezvous. I'm going to take you back, right? Y'all know about Sue's Rendezvous.
Oh, yeah. I can tell you about the GOAT, too. You want to keep going?
I'm just... Don't forget, Sue's was also Jimmy's Uptown Cafe. Right off so all of those, and now it's Salsa con Fuego for the last 20 years, right? But it's been controlled by the Spanish community. But some black folks just bought it, like literally a month ago.
Oh, wow.
Some people from Mount Vernon took it over. Actually, shout out Money Earning Mount Vernon, my boy Heavy D. You know, R.I.P. Heavy D. I used to
get that money back.
Well, they still got the money, but that government is corrupt. We're not gonna talk about.
Well, they say Queens get the money.
Because I'm about money earning Mount Vernon. You know, we go where the money's at.
Big shout to former Mayor Rich Thomas. Now I'm talking about Mount Vernon.
Up there, I actually have a collectibles store in Mount Vernon, which is how I end up meeting Mr. Anthony Cole and how I can see you today.
Yeah.
collectible store, comic books, coins, trading cards.
Where can they find the store? Let's
the
promote
store
that.
is on
Let's promote
5 West Prospect Avenue, right downtown, right by the mayor's office, right by the police precinct. If
right
you
next
know
to
it,
old
if you know the McDonald's is right here, the Dunkin' Donuts right here. We on the Dunkin' Donuts block, right there. So come see us. We got about 50,000 comic books.
Oh, wow.
A bunch of number ones. We got your Spider-Man. We got your
I still
Hulk.
got the X-Men.
We have we got your X-Men. We got figurines. I got Mickey Mouse stuff. I got the old Mickey Mouse telephones with the dial-up that work. I got old all type of memorabilia. Wow. I got clocks. Mickey Mouse clocks. I've got dolls, rare dolls.
Easy bake oven?
I have the little TV that you used to wind it in with the ding, ding, ding. Got the Winnie the Pooh one.
You see Dre's face like,
what
in the hell is
Cabbage Patch dolls.
I know what Easy Bacon.
Yeah, Cabbage Patch dolls in the box.
What about the Iron Banks? The ones that used to put the coin in and hit the little lever and then it used to...
No, but we've got trains. We got the Lionel trains, the William Byrd trains in the box.
Into a room of nostalgia.
Yes. And that's how I hooked up with Anthony. He does the wrestling. Yeah. And if you know, wrestling fans are comic book fans. They kind of go hand in hand. Yes. Superheroes, wrestling, comic books, it's all a thing. Yeah. So, come out. We're going to be doing meet and greets out there. Nice. I just took it over about 6 months ago.
Congratulations.
And it's in Money Earned in Mount Vernon. I live uptown now. I live in Westchester. So it's a little different because I was living down south. Right. And when you move back to New York, it's hard to transition back to
like double dutch
the parking and everything. I was living in Brooklyn at first, and that about killed me trying to live
circling the block about how many times
I had to sleep in my car because you can't park,
especially downtown.
And I'm near the Brooklyn College.
Oh.
It was terrible over there. And I love my West Indians that's right there and everything. But the parking, no.
Parking, that was a good day.
Man, I got booted. I got ticketed. I got towed. I had to sleep in my car. And then one day...
So told the ticket guy,
I found
her put it in your mouth.
Man, they caught me, when I was in the house or whatever. You leave. So, I ended up in Westchester, which is great. You
can park on any side of the
street. You can park. You don't have to move.
Not all Westchester. Don't get it twisted.
But now I'm doing a 90s to Now event every last Wednesday of the month, starting July 29th. And that's the special 30 years of Put It in Your Mouth edition. And I've got Capella Gray on there, the guy Alice dude. I've got Kaya Baby on the bill. I've got these guys called the Hoodies. Have you heard of the Hoodies? If you haven't, look them up. We all the same age. You gonna love these boys. They grew up with knowing what real hip hop is. Right. The two brothers, dope. Got their mom as the manager, and she's from our era. So I got them on the bill, and that's always the 90s to now, right? Yeah. I got Chris from Soul for Real. That's the oldest one that sings the Every Little Thing I Do, You're on my mind. Yeah, you.
Go ahead, kid, sing now.
Man, I miss Heavy D so much, man. My best Heavy D story. Me and Heavy D worked on a Dina Howard project.
Freaks in the Morning.
Yes. Original when she put out the first single, Jamie Foxx hit up Heavy to write for the album. And she came up and we were doing some writing for her. Me, Heavy, and Monifa at the time.
Oh, wow. Monifa's still performing.
Monifa's still outside. And Monifa, Heavy was in love with Monifa. Wow. And he said, girl, how can he's getting advice from me or how he could get her or whatever the case is. And, that was my man. I remember we would go up to Mount Vernon. Mount Vernon is very different now. Yeah. But they would have those little ciphers in that little baby little park right there by the little hood and the laundromat right there. And that street's blocked off now. It's so weird now.
Mount Vernon they got a lot of construction going over that.
It's weird. Yeah.
Mount Vernon was, if you was a black man and you had made it, quote unquote made it, Mount Vernon Northeast Bronx was one of those places where you moved at.
That was the suburbs.
Right,
out of
that
the
was
Bronx.
right, out of the Bronx.
And, we from Queens, so we moved to Long Island. Elmont, shout out to my aunt. That's why I still get my mail in Elmont in Queens, Long Island. So at my auntie house. But yeah, man, it's great to be back in New York. Atlanta's cool. Florida's cool. We was in Miami for a long time. V Live Miami, Akinelli had, and we was getting some money down there on South Beach, man. But yeah, it's good to be back home. I miss New York. There's no energy like New York in the world, especially on the planet. And I mean, regentrification is still it's crazy, but it's still New York. So I love it. And I really thank y'all for having me up here. So make sure y'all come out. Salsa Con Fuego, July 29th. It's a Wednesday, and it's every last Wednesday of the month. I have a nonprofit. Okay.
Please elaborate on that.
This is Kia Jeffries Giving Corporation. So we give people their flowers while they're alive. On my birthday, March 22nd, I'm Aries all day. On my birthday, I did an event at Comedy in Harlem. If y'all don't know that spot, rock with that spot. That's where Monifa does her Monday night karaoke.
Yep.
And I did my party there, and I gave flowers to Jimbo from Guns Down Life Up, Shaheem. If y'all know Tariq Nelson, he's the hardest working man in the Bronx. Audio, visual, anything you want. And I mean, do it for almost nothing. He just loves the culture, Shout out to my DigiWax family and everything. We're doing it big. Every last Wednesday of the month, we have the Put It in Your Mouth tastings. Tastings. We're gonna do it with food. Food.
I'm like, what are we tasting?
Food. Food. Vapes. We got vapes. We got food. We got different flavors of edibles.
Elaborate,
things that you can.
I don't want to get
pop
sued.
in your mouth. Things that you can pop in your mouth. Put it in your mouth. Tasting. I got to rebrand myself.
Yes, ma'am.
Because people are like, oh, how can I bring in? We can have her at the cookout. Yes, you can, because we're going to eat some food.
You are the cookout, though.
Put it in your mouth. Tastings. So tapas, one bite things. Jello shots. And I've been at my bartender's license since I was underage. I was 18 with a bartender license in New York. You could do it like that. You
got the hustler's ambition.
Always.
That never leaves.
Always.
And that's why you need to be here, because there's no greater.
You can't do this nowhere
and you rocking
in the
with
world.
Pretty J and Cold, it's got to be that.
Come on, you already know. Yes,
Show you right.
Okay, so yeah, make sure y'all come out. We got all type of DJs. Shout out DJ Preem. Shout out DJ Shuttle is on the bill. There's a lot of up and coming artists. My artist is performing. I can't think of everybody, but come out. And we're definitely having a memorial for Pretty J's cousin who got killed. His nephew, his stepson shot him and killed him because he was telling him, don't smoke the blunt in the house type thing. So we're doing a memorial for him. And we're giving back.
Up to date with that, because
we're giving back. I work with the people with mental health issues. If y'all know, I had a situation with my husband and everything. So we working with people with mental health. And came to New York and got all my certifications to help navigate people for emergency services. So I'm your girl for that.
Well, I'm so glad you came here today, because I think, again, people will, when you walk into this, will just look at you as the artist. But Kia Jeffries is a humanitarian, a person that gives back, somebody who loves others.
Absolutely.
And I'm glad we was able to talk about that today. And I'd love to have you back. I'm 5 minutes away from Mount Vernon. So we will.
Yeah, you got to come to the store.
I'm going to come. I got.
And if you know anybody that wrote a book, I really want to do book signings, meet and greets at the store. We got a lot of people that walk past.
We got that.
Yeah.
We got that.
So definitely plug them in, and definitely, my Instagram is official Kia Jeffries, and I'm on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. That's it. I can't be on everything. All that other stuff. I'm outside.
Putting muscles in your mouth.
All in your mouth. What we say, still in your mouth.
Rib tips.
That's what we say. I say, still in your mouth.
Got that BlackBerry.
Legend herself, Kia Jeffries.
Thank you so much.
It's been a real pleasure. Thank you again, Pretty J, Anthony Cole. I love y'all. Gonna take a quick break. Keep this thing moving. Best team in radio. Where else you want to be?